A lot of things changed during the pandemic, none more so than tourism, but some things at least are going back to normal. Alexia Stanbridge in our DC bureau has more.
There's a lot to see in Washington, but for the past 2 years, one of its highlights, the United States Capitol itself, has been off limits. But that changed just in time for some lucky Arizonans.
We're excited and happy that it's finally back open to the public.
COVID was the first hit to Capitol tourism, followed by last year's attack on the Capitol itself. And when tours finally began again, they had to be arranged through a congressional office. This group of 15 Arizonans applied right as Congressman Greg Stanton's office was resuming tours.
About a week before our tour, like, wait, this would be really cool if we could do this. Saw that it was open again, emailed our congressman, and we were able to get in.
Tourists aren't the only ones who are happy about the reopening of the Capitol. It means a lot for the city's tourism industry as well.
The Capitol building reopening is really a part of the experience for so many people that are coming to Washington.
Ferguson says domestic travel is saving a lot of major cities like D.C. Tourism was worth $8 billion to Washington in 2019 and supported about 80,000 jobs, he says. While the pandemic took a toll on the industry, Ferguson says things are looking good.
Where we are today versus 2 years ago and a year ago, a lot of optimism in Washington, D.C.
After their tour, the group was not disappointed.
The highlight for sure, and we've done a lot of stuff here. This was my favorite by far.
Scott Smith, who booked a tour through Congressman Tom O'Halloran's office, said he agrees, even though things are a little different than the last time he visited.
And it's a little bit more restricted now, so we were just really honored to be able to get a tour through the Congressman's office.
The tourist I spoke with said it's important to contact your representative early because this is a tour you don't want to miss.
I would say even if you're not into politics, I think it's just the art, the statues, just a little history. I think it's beautiful.
The Capitol is not the only place off limits to tourists. The White House was closed too, but tourists can now book tours there too through the representative's office. In Washington, Alexia Stanbridge, Cronkite News.
While most of Washington is welcoming visitors again, not everything's open. The Smithsonian's popular Air and Space Museum is closed this summer, not for COVID, but for a $250 million renovation. It's set to reopen in the fall.